Hey, my name is Drew Boa. I'm the founder of Husband Material, where I help men outgrow porn. Today, we are talking about the differences between unhealthy attachment and healthy brotherhood. Why? Because, as Johann Hari famously stated, the opposite of addiction is not sobriety, the opposite of addiction is connection. But what kind of connection is healing? What kind of connection brings freedom? This episode can help you understand the differences. It was originally written by a member of our community who recently went through an extremely difficult and painful, unhealthy attachment. He faced it, he learned a lot about himself in the process, and then he shared a post in the husband material community that received dozens of comments saying, "This is excellent. Wow, great guidance. Amazing. This is gold." And this man gave me permission to share it anonymously with all of you. Here it is: Unhealthy attachment versus healthy brotherhood, 8 differences. When men carry attachment wounds, especially around affirmation, belonging, or masculine connection, something meaningful can happen in a men's support space. For many, it's the first place they feel seen by other men, understood without explanation, and emotionally safe in a male relationship. That's powerful. And it also creates a crossroads because what begins as healing connection can grow in two very different directions: unhealthy attachment and healthy brotherhood. The first difference between the two is how it begins. Unhealthy attachment forms quickly and intensely, often through late night chats, deep sharing, or one on one connection, and the bond feels uniquely special. Like, finally, someone who really sees me. This emotional intensity can carry an undercurrent of longing, idealization, or exclusivity. The online environment can accelerate intimacy without real world grounding. In contrast, healthy brotherhood builds gradually, even in an online space. Connection grows through consistent, shared participation, not just private intensity. There's no rush to define or deepen the friendship as it unfolds over time. The bond is meaningful, but not elevated above all others. The second difference is in the core motivation. Unhealthy attachment says, "I need this connection to feel okay." It's often rooted in unmet needs for male affirmation, a desire to be chosen, known, or emotionally held by another man. The relationship begins to fill an internal void. Whereas healthy brotherhood says, "I value walking alongside you." It's motivated by shared growth, mutual encouragement, honest companionship, and the connection supports healing but doesn't replace inner work or identity. The third difference is the emotional tone. In unhealthy attachment, emotional intensity rises quickly, often leading to preoccupation, checking messages incessantly, waiting for replies, reading into tone, anxiety when communication drops, emotional highs and lows. Healthy brotherhood is steady, grounded, and life giving. Communication is meaningful, but not consuming. The space is safe, not threatening, and emotional connection feels free, not gripping. The fourth difference is in boundaries. Unhealthy attachment conversations become emotionally exclusive. Oversharing happens early and deeply. One relationship begins to crowd out others in the group. Subtle dependency forms, saying, "You're the one I go to." Notice the difference between that and healthy brotherhood, where boundaries are intentional and respected. Relationships remain integrated within the larger group, not isolated. Vulnerability grows with trust and time, and no one man becomes the sole emotional anchor. The fifth difference is in identity and inner stability. In unhealthy attachment, your sense of self becomes tied to the other man's presence or response. Feelings of worth rise and fall based on interaction. The connection can blur emotional, relational, and even attraction based lines. In healthy brotherhood, identity remains anchored internally. And for us as Christians, it's anchored spiritually in Christ. The friendship strengthens but does not define who you are. Emotional clarity allows affection without confusion. The sixth difference is in sexual attraction dynamics. Unhealthy attachment can cause attraction to become focused or fixated on one person. Emotional intimacy and sexual attraction begin to intertwine in ways that feel confusing or consuming. The relationship may carry unspoken expectations or emotional dependency. When sexual attraction comes up in healthy brotherhood, it is acknowledged internally without being acted on or fused with the relationship. Emotional connection is distinguished from romantic or idealized longing. Brotherhood becomes a place where connection is real, affection is appropriate, and boundaries are clear. The seventh difference is how you handle conflict and tension. Unhealthy attachment makes miscommunication feel deeply personal. Fear of losing the connection leads to withdrawal, over apology, or highly emotional reactions. The relationship feels fragile. This is so different than healthy brotherhood where honest conversations are possible. Tension doesn't threaten the bond, and repair and growth are part of the relationship. And finally, the eighth difference is the growth trajectory. Unhealthy attachment starts with fast connection, leading to deep intensity, and finally, confusion, dependency, or emotional pain. The result is often heartache, shame, or grief over what felt meaningful but became unhealthy. Healthy brotherhood starts with a slow build and leads to increasing trust and a durable, life giving connection resulting in stability, strengthened identity, and deep, non dependent male friendship. Here's the core difference: unhealthy attachment says, I need you to meet needs in me that feel unbearable alone. Healthy brotherhood says, I'm grateful to walk with you, and I remain grounded in who I am. If you find yourself here wanting connection with other men, feeling the pull of attachment, navigating attraction, and longing for something true, you're not broken. You're becoming aware. The goal is not to shut down connection, but to refine it from intensity to steadiness, from dependency to mutuality, from confusion to clarity, and from grasping to grounded brotherhood. As a man becomes secure in his identity, honest about his story, and rooted in truth and grace, he can learn to love other men deeply without clinging, experience connection without losing clarity, and build brotherhood that is strong, clean, and life giving. Thank you so much to the member of our community who allowed me to share this. Husband Material is a place where you can find healthy brotherhood and learn how to do this, both online for free in our Husband Material community, which you can join at husbandmaterial.com, and in our paid online program, Husband Material Academy, that opens up twice a year, where you can join a small group, what we call a triad, of men who are developing the kind of friendships you just heard about, and in person at Husband Material retreats. Learn about the next retreat, and I would love to see you there. Go to husbandmaterial.com/retreat. Healthy brotherhood is possible, it's available, and it is your birthright because you are God's beloved son, and in you he is well pleased.